Hi, I'm Tammy Mattel, and here is a short sequence to relieve stress and tension. So yoga is a really wonderful antidote for stress and tension, and it works through a number of ways, but it's primarily the breathing and how the breathing has a direct impact and effect on calming your nervous system. So that's the qualities of the practice that we'll hone in on here in this short sequence. You won't need any equipment, and I'll make it as accessible for all levels of practitioner. If you do have injuries or things within this sequence that bothers, your wrists or your lower back or whatever, then do be mindful not to overexert. Okay, so join me in a standing position. We're actually just going to start in a standing forward bend. So take your hands to your lower back, give your lower back a little rub to prepare, and then allow that rubbing feeling to just come down the legs. And you just nice massage with your hands to the back of the legs, giving the hamstrings, a little bit of a hello, a little bit of a warning that they're going to get used, and take that down to the calves. The knees can be bent here, and now let the hands just come down to wherever you land. Don't be ambitious to try and reach the floor in a forward bend. That's not necessary. That's not what we're here for. We're not here for sort of contortionist gymnastic movements, just here to release tension and stress. So feel the release along the spine and along the hamstrings, the entire back line of the body, enjoying some lengthening and release. Smooth out your breathing, relax your tummy, let the head hang heavy, let the head crown of the head just drops, melts down towards the floor, and the jaw released. The eyelids relaxed. Remember, your knees can be bent and the arms can be relaxed and just flopping to the side. Inhale through the nose, and when you exhale, release the lips and just flutter the lips. Turn the head left, right. Nod it forward, back. So you're saying yes. Saying no to stress, yes to calm, and little circles with the head. Sighing like that can be really wonderful for helping release stress. So let's do it a few more times. And actually, when you find yourself sighing, it's a sign that it's working as well. It's the vagus nerve just coming into equilibrium there. So big inhale through the nose. When you exhale, let go of whatever it is that's been bothering you on that exhale. Alright, now bend the knees to help you come down to the mat. Walk your hands forward, knees touch down. You're in a tabletop position now. So in this tabletop, just sway the hips side to side. And let's go with a cat-cow, because that's really wonderful for the spine and for your postural alignment. So, cat-cow. Inhale on the cat, exhale on the cow. So round the spine on the exhale. Tilt the pelvis, lift the heart on the inhale. You can breathe out through the mouth, saying whenever you need. It's your practice. So whenever you feel a sigh arising, you go with it. So this is like a little wagging tail move where you tilt and look to one hip and then tilt and look to the other hip. And now let's circle the hips too. This is a nice move to help kind of move and shift out of the head and move into the body, get into the instinctual, intuitive movement of the body. So circling the hips back. Imagine the movement comes from the hips, not the head. Let your eyes close. Let your jaw release. Now reverse it. So exhale, the hips go back. Inhale, coming forward. You're getting into that your own rhythm here, your own pace and speed of movement. And make your way to a little child's pose. That's where you sit towards the heels and bring the forehead down. So if your back's tight, give yourself time to get there. And if you need to be here, that's fine. If your forehead reaches the ground, just enjoy that feeling. If you need to bring two fists stacked together to rest your forehead on there, that's nice too. Another option here is just to massage the forehead on the ground or on the fists by turning the head from side to side. Add another sigh. Big inhale through the nose. Really empty it. Empty it. Get to the ends of those exhales. Don't hold anything back. Presumably you're in your own space. You've got privacy. So if you need to vocalize whatever you need to vocalize by taking deep breaths and making sounds, making toning noises, little screams, little sobs, cries, whatever it takes, just do that, because it really, that is really cathartic and really helps to relieve stress and shift tension out of the nervous system. Alright, so come forward and let's bring the belly down onto the ground and feel the full support of the ground for your body. Just shift and sway the hips side to side. So in this position, take a breath and really surrender the entire weight of the body to the ground. You can even try Om here, so that will tell you if you're holding back. So in through the nose, prepare. Enjoy the vibration and that grounding feeling. So from here, push up through the hands now. And let's go into pigeon pose, because this is really excellent for releasing stress in the tension in the glutes and the hips, the lower body. You just, from the tabletop, slide one knee, the right knee to the right wrist, tilt the foot across to the left foot and slide down. So pigeon pose. Now, you come down with the hands and you bring the chest down. If that's no good for your body, if your knees don't like that, your lower back doesn't like that, instead, you're in a seated position, just bring one foot to one thigh, right foot onto the left thigh, and then bend the left knee, placing the left foot on the floor. So this is an alternative. It's like a seated version of the pigeon. Now I'm going to go back to the pigeon. But we'll all come up and meet in seated in a moment. But just enjoy this for a few rounds of breath. Now you're welcome to go back to that breath where you inhale through the nose and sigh as you exhale through the mouth. Let's change sides. So if you're in the seated position, you're simply placing your left foot on your right thigh and bringing that in. If you're going to pigeon, the left shin on the ground, swing that right leg around and back. And the idea here is that you are kind of stretching the external, the glutes and going into that external rotation of the hips. Be on your forearms, make two fists with the hands for the forehead to rest on, or you bring your head to the ground. Now, if you've got time, of course, you're very welcome to stay in these pigeons for a little bit longer. Otherwise, we're going to move on now and come into bee breath. Now, this is really excellent tonic for stress and tension because it works directly on the nervous system. Place your fingertips. Well, I'll explain first and then you do it because you won't hear me when you've got your fingers in your ears. But basically, you'll be making a humming, a low humming sound, like a male bee, apparently. Chin slightly to the chest, so you make that hollow, audible hum. Now try it now, but let your eyes close when you do that, and then you place your fingertips in your ears, and we'll do about 8, well, let's do 5 rounds of humming, and then come and look up, and take your hands out your ears after you've done 5 rounds of okay, so fingertips in the ears to block out the sound. You close your eyes, you go inside, you make the bee sound and you hum, and that really tones your vagus nerve, which helps bring regularity and harmony between your heart rate and your breathing rate. Okay, so fingers in your ears. And then take your fingers out of your ears. Hopefully you can hear me. Let's bring one hand to the heart, one hand to the belly, and take a few rounds of breath here. And this is where we'll finish our practice for today. Tune into the nice calming effects and know that you can go through the rest of the day without any need to hold on to any stress or tension. Let your efforts become effortless for the rest of your day. Namaste.